Hey everyone, it's Dominique from Lunar Tarot. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about what is coming in next for you, essentially general predictions. This will be all about love, life, career, essentially anything that wants to come through. We're talking about what's coming in next for you. All right, so I have two piles here for you to choose from. Pile number one is this Amethyst crystal with the Dreams of Gaia tarot, and then pile number two is the orange Citrine crystal with the Tarot of Dreams. Similar but different. Same but different. All right, so I also have the OG reading today. That is a bonus reading at the end of the video for my subscribers. So it's going to be all about what is your current lesson and what advice do you need for that lesson, okay? Really excited to get into today's video. Thanks so much for watching the intro, and I will see you at your pile, okay? Bye. Hey there, pile number one. If you chose this Amethyst crystal or the Dreams of Gaia tarot, this is your reading. Let's go ahead and get into what is coming in next for you. Kind of a general love, life, career type of reading. We're going to see whatever comes out for you, okay, about what's coming next. So I see there's some kind of new beginning coming in for you, okay? And it's actually based off of your perception of something changing, all right? Based on the bottom of the card, there could have been like a plan that you made that went awry. There could have been a detour that happened or a delay that could be present in your life at the moment. You could be feeling somewhat stagnant in a certain area of your life, but I feel like there is sort of rebirth coming in. And there's definitely a new beginning happening. And it's because you are seeing things from a different perspective. And I think that it is encouraging you to take a different approach to whatever this delay or this problem is. Whether it be you're just seeing the delay as being more beneficial, or you're literally approaching the situation from a new angle, from a new point of action, okay? So this new beginning is going to inspire more stability in your life and more consistency in areas where you could have felt like stagnant or that there were blocks that were happening before, okay? And this is just reinforced by, we have the Six of Pentacles here, which talks about an even give and take in relationships in the normal tarot. And in this particular Six of Pentacles, I feel like this person is getting ready to work and they have all the tools they need to get the job done, okay? Not only that, but I'm really drawn to this lock and key that this person has around their neck. It's like you have everything you need to unlock a new possibility or a new path that you've been wanting to go down for some time, okay? So I feel like this is an improvement coming in for you, possibly in the area of work, okay? This could be an improvement when it comes to money. If you're looking for a new job, you could find something that's actually really a good opportunity for you. You could end up getting like an interview, something like that. If you've been having troubles in like friendships, that needs to be more balanced out. It all depends on what it is you've been feeling stagnant, but there's more of a give and take, more of a flow energy coming in. And this card talks about your desires are also desiring you, okay? So again, it goes back to that reciprocal energy. I feel like you're going to feel more flow in the things that you've been wanting to achieve lately. You're going to feel like you have more inner power and strength to achieve these things, where previously you could have felt like you were just looking at them from afar and they were these like faraway concepts and dreams, but now they're really starting to work out for you. Underneath the deck also tells a story, and I kind of peeked at it before we started. So with this Two of Wands in reverse, you could have had a plan recently that didn't go as expected, okay? Now that could be, say, like you hoped you and a friend would grow closer or their relationship would stay close, and now things seem to be distancing. Maybe a vacation got delayed, or things at work aren't going the way that you wanted them to, right? And that could have made you feel really out of sorts. That could have made you feel like maybe a little bit overly emotional, or alternatively, you could have like shut down. It was like your energy was like out of balance for a while. You could have been feeling sort of out of whack because of this, but this is actually leading you to have this really great death and rebirth, okay? Coming into a new phase of yourself. And again, like seeing things differently. Underneath that is also the Eight of Wands. So this is a card about like fast movement, things coming in fast. And in this particular deck, it's a card about manifestation. It's a card about being able to pull in your desires and the things that you want. So if you've been feeling like there have been some delays lately in certain areas of your life, or there's been some stagnancy, I feel like you guys are kind of going through this slingshot effect moment where sometimes God will pull you back just so that the tension builds, and then soon you go off like way farther than you were before, which is really interesting. All right, well, let's go ahead and see what the Mirror Tarot has to say about this, the Mirror Visions Tarot. What is coming in next for my pile number 1 people? What is happening in their lives next for those who chose pile number 1? Alrighty, let's see here. Okay, we have the Chariot, also called the Spirit Plane. So yeah, I feel like you went through a period where there was some blocked movement and you feel like it was really difficult for you to move forward. Now things are going to be improving, and I feel like you almost had to go inside to make this happen with the Spirit Plane part of this card. I'm trying to be, yeah, there we go. Okay, yeah, with the Spirit Plane part of this card, it was almost like you had to really go inside and change your own perspective to make that shift happen, okay? And now you're starting to see things differently, or you will be seeing things differently and take a different approach to whatever this issue at hand is. What is coming in next for those who chose pile number 1? Divine Source, what is coming in next into their lives for those who chose pile number 1? Yeah, so this definitely tells me that there was some stagnancy that is happening. Then next we have the High Priestess coming out. So this tells me that you're really going within to figure out what you need to do to get kind of unstuck in this way. I'm just gonna hold on like this a little faster. What else do we have here? All right, the Two of Swords in reverse. Yeah, you're becoming unblocked when it comes to a certain solution. I almost feel like you're going to be getting some divine inspiration about how you should move forward. It's like the path forward is now being unblocked for you. I love to see that. What else do we have here? The Three of Wands. Yeah, okay, wow, this is really great. The Three of Wands after the Two of Wands. Two of Wands is about making plans, and Three of Wands is about seeing things happen, seeing your ship start to pull in, starting to see the fruits of your labor a little bit. Like you can see that things are about to pan out and happen for you. So this is really good. I feel like you're seeing your luck turn around. Seeing with the Three of Wands, okay, you're understanding that this is the time that's going to pass, and you're going to feel a lot more lighthearted as this new shift kind of comes into your life, okay? Okay, then we have the Nine of Wands. Okay, this is telling me that I'm getting that you're going to have to kind of put in one more push to get to where you're wanting to go. It seems like your desires are starting to come in for you, but it does take quite a lot of energy for you to be able to get there. And maybe this is like needing to have a certain conversation with someone. Say you're looking for a job, you need to go through one last final interview. Anything kind of like that, where you're needing to kind of have one last push. But you're seeing that, okay, this is going in the right direction. Okay, I'm getting that final interview. Okay, like I'm having this conversation with this person. Okay, if it's romance, it's like, okay, I'm going on like a third date with this person. Things seem to be like working out well. Okay, it's like one last final push to kind of get to where you want. And the Three of Pentacles. Three of Trees. This card talks about working, we're collaborating with others, and feeling like you're getting somewhere, okay? Underneath the deck, we also have the Ace of Wands. I feel like more energy is coming in for you guys as well. I feel that after this push, it's going to be a lot easier to continue to progress and move forward, okay? It's going to be a lot easier to continue to build in a certain relationship, or it's going to be easier at work. I feel that some of you guys could be having issues at work or in a career, and you've been feeling kind of like stuck when it comes to your career. You're going to see how the way forward is going to be unblocked, and you're going to execute on that with this. Oh, this is actually the King of Wands. Oh, okay. My bad, guys. I thought this said the Nine of Wands. I'm still getting used to this deck. Apologies. The King of Wands, that does actually change things a bit. So after you're starting to see your ships coming in and things working out for you with the King of Wands, you're going to feel more confident. You're going to be more confident in the work that you're taking on, and things are going to get easier for you as you progress. It's like you're kind of getting to another level, but the work isn't done yet. Say if you get a promotion, obviously you need to keep working hard at what you're doing and, you know, continue on that next level. So that's the energy that I'm getting here. It's like you are getting something that you want in the near future. I'm hearing that for some of you, you may have like a social media following, and this could be more followers. If you have a business, this could be like things are heating up for your business and people want to buy things for you more often. So you're working more, but it's more satisfying, okay? Or things at work are getting smoother. You know what I mean? It's more of a smooth progression from point A to point B. You're no longer like blocked between those things. Okay, let's see what the other decks have to say. I'm going to look at the Moonology deck next. What is coming in next for my pile number 1, people? What is coming in next for pile number 1? What is coming in next for pile number 1? Okay. We have, it's time to take action, and then the answers you need are coming. Yeah, exactly. Wow, this is really interesting because I feel like you've been kind of searching for, okay, how can I get unblocked? How can I be, less stagnant in this certain area of life? And the answers you need to take action are about to come into your life, okay? So this is really good. That's what's coming next. And also we have your commitment is being tested. So yeah, currently your commitment to what you want is being tested. I think that Spirit is looking to see how much you want this, and if you're going to continue to stay on track while you're working towards what you want. Okay, makes sense. Let's go ahead now and look at the Magical Mermaids and Dolphins. What is coming in next for my pile number 1, people? Okay, then we have rest. You've been working hard, take a nap and get some rest. Okay, I feel like this is what is going to be happening immediately for you. It's like you're kind of slowing down when it comes to whatever this stagnancy or this delay is. You're no longer going to be fighting that so much. You're going to accept that you're in a period of ebb, ebb and flow. You're in an ebb time, and you're kind of just letting that happen. Some of you could have, I know I did, but some of you could have recently kind of gotten like under the weather or like caught a cold where you had to take a break from work, or you just been more into like your work-life balance. I feel like that's going to be really, really important because the play and the downtime is actually going to help to refresh you for the work ahead. Okay, so what you're going to be doing next is kind of taking that rest, and that's when the answers are going to naturally come to you for you to be ready to take action once again. Okay, then we have explore your options. It's time to take a look at possibilities. It's a good time to make changes. So yeah, you're looking at your options when it comes to how to approach the situation that you're in, how you can make a positive change. And I feel like from the different options, you're going to be making a decision about how best to move forward. I'm also seeing synchronicity at the bottom of the deck. So it says, your prayers and questions are being answered by synchronistic events. Notice them in order to increase their flow. So you could be getting answers to your questions through synchronicities right now. Your angels could be trying to help you by giving you more information through like angel numbers or sending feathers or coins your way. If you are getting angel numbers, it might be beneficial to look them up, especially if they keep repeating. It can be beneficial to look them up. I had to learn the hard way that not all angel numbers are like, good job, like you're doing great. Some of them are actually warnings about things that are going to happen. So that's definitely important. Nothing scary, but like they tell you when things are about to change. They tell you when you're building on top of building momentum in your life. They tell you when things are going really well. So yeah, definitely look them up if you've been seeing angel numbers in particular. Okay, wow. What's coming in next for you? A gift. Yeah, and then we have obstacles at the bottom of the deck. You're about to be gifted with the solution to a certain obstacle or a stagnancy that you've been facing, okay? And if you want to know what your current lesson is and get some additional advice, that's going to be the topic of today's OG reading. That's the reading at the end of the video for my subscribers. So check that out if you'd like to know what your current lesson is. That could really complement this reading well. What else is coming in for my pile number 1 people? What else is happening for my pile number 1 people next? Okay, blonde female. Some of you guys might choose to change your hair. I'm getting some intuitive hits on this one. Some of you could choose to change your style up. All right, you might actually go shopping for like a new wardrobe. Some of you are getting hair extensions. Some of you could be cutting your hair. I'm seeing some of you are buying clip-in extensions, or you're changing out your extensions if you already wear them. Some of you could be dyeing your hair a different color. Someone's like thinning their eyebrows. I'm also getting dyeing their eyebrows blonde, or like bleached brows. A lot of interesting ones here. Someone's trying colored contacts. So yeah, you could like to change your look up after you kind of reach this next level. This really does seem like a level up to me, which is really great. It's like this is the test before the level up. All right, that could be why things have been feeling so hard lately, or that things have been like suddenly really stagnant. Because I feel like things have been moving for you, but it's almost like stop and go. And you're going to get to a point here where you're at the next level and things are smooth again. Not to say that it'll never be, stop and go like that again, but I think you're at a certain point right now where you're almost at that next level. So things get a little more like a little more challenging right before you get to that next step where it's kind of smooth again. This is almost like, okay, if you guys play video games, say for example, like the Spider-Man game. I know, just follow my example for a second. When you beat like a big boss, right? You get a bunch of upgrades. Okay, it's kind of like you're going through that test right now. You going through that test, then you get a bunch of upgrades, and the game kind of gets easy for a while because you have all those new upgrades. You're just like checking out all of the cool things that you got. You're checking out all these gifts. You're using the new skins that you got for your Spider-Man character, which is kind of like what I'm seeing here. Like you're kind of overcoming this next test, and then once you do, you're going to be kind of coasting for a little bit. Things are going to be easy for a little bit. You're going to be enjoying the upgrades that you got. You might even change up your clothes, change up your hair, stuff like that. I feel that when this time comes where you start to integrate, this new level into your life, people will be talking about you. You're going to be talking about like the changes that you made. I think it is because your presence hold a lot of weight. And I think you're a natural role model, which is why people like to talk about you. They like to use your life as kind of an example. Not necessarily as like a guidebook, but they like to talk about your life. They like to, use you for analogies, or just they're very interested in you. It's not really a bad thing. I think people are looking at you for inspiration, actually. Let's see what else we have here from the Soulful Woman deck. What is coming in next for my pile number 1 people? Alrighty, let's hit them like this. What's coming in next for pile number 1? Path awareness. Oh my gosh. If I sincerely ask, I am always guided back to the right path for me and to my central purpose. Yes, this is exactly what we're talking about. You're about to have so much more awareness of the path that you're on. It's going to make a lot more sense where you're going to. So if you've been kind of like in the dark about how to move forward, do not worry. This is going to be coming in for you soon. At the bottom of the deck, that I also take is in the flow. So you guys are about to be in the flow. Once you have this path awareness and you integrate that, you're about to be in the flow. Yes, there'll be one last push, kind of like that boss battle, but once you guys do this, it's going to be like a little bit of a transformation. Then we have Ageless Beauty. With grace, dignity, and strength, I grow into the unique texture of my feminine soul. So again, like your upgrade on the inside is actually going to be showing on the outside as well. Your beauty is going to be leveling up because of the inner work that you're doing, okay? And it all starts from within. It's like you're letting go of resistance when it pertains to a certain block that you're going through in your life. And because you are, Spirit is kind of unlocking the answer on how to move forward. You're no longer so consumed with the problem itself that you can't see forward to the solution. It's like how people say worrying doesn't really solve anything. So you're focusing on what in your life you can do, what you can control, what does feel good to you, and you're kind of just like letting it come to you. Not that you're not taking any action at all, but you're not over stressing about it. And things are starting to turn around for you. You kind of like get that idea, or if someone even tells you how to get to that next step. Sometimes we're not ready to take the next step because there are certain aspects of our life that haven't aligned yet. Like for instance, now this is going to sound, this is an interesting analogy. So my cat, guys, I'm sorry, just stick with me for a second. My cat has not been spayed. We didn't know that she hadn't been spayed, right? So me and my roommate were like, okay, we need to get her spayed. Oh my goodness. But it's out of pocket and it was quite expensive. So we're like, okay, we're just gonna wait. We're gonna like kind of save up to do it, right? So anyway, my roommate ended up getting a new job. I'm telling all our business, but she ended up getting a new job. And at her job, this is very recent, someone told her, hey, actually, there is a veterinarians on certain days, they have discounted like spayings for people with lower income. So you could actually do it through that way. And it's very, very affordable. So we wouldn't have even known about this if she hadn't have gotten that new job. And this was like a couple months after. So that was a situation, for example, where there was a delay, something that we want for the health of our cat, but because we hadn't aligned with that person yet to just know like, oh wow, there's this option where we could do it for much cheaper. It hadn't happened yet because, you know, we would have essentially like had to pay a lot more. Does that make sense? It's kind of like you're aligning with the right people. Sometimes things don't happen until you align with the right people, you get the right information, ideas come to you, or people or God will speak through other people and to tell you like, oh, here's something else that you should try that you didn't even know yet. So guys, don't push yourself to make any sort of like decision, to make a huge action right now, because this shift in perspective is going to be changing. All of a sudden, you guys are going to get an intuitive hit. You're going to get information from somebody else. You're going to align with the right people or the right circumstances where it's all going to suddenly make sense. And you're going to be able to take action towards what you want, okay? And I feel like this could be with multiple things in life as well. I'm picking up that some of you are desiring to have a more active social life and go out more and like have a really extra fun summer. I feel like that is going to be happening. I'm going to be aligning with the right people. It just takes, you know, being in the right place at the right time. And God is aligning with you to do that. So yeah, guys, that is what I have for you today. I do hope that you enjoyed this reading. Thank you so much for watching to the very end. If you did like it, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel because I post new videos every Wednesday, except for this last Wednesday because I was under the weather. But yeah, I hope that you did like this one. If you would like more content from me, go ahead and check out my TikTok under the same handle, Lunar Light Tarot. And also, if you'd like a personal reading, check out my website, lunarlighttarot.com. I would love to have a one-on-one with you. Alrighty, I hope that you like this one. I'll talk to you in the next one. Love and light. Bye. Hey there, pal number 2. If you chose this orange citrine or the Tarot of Dreams, this one is for you. Let's go ahead and see what is coming in next for you. Kind of general predictions about what's happening next, okay? So your message here that I already kind of started pulling some cards for is really twofold. I'm seeing kind of two storylines here. So I'm going to start with the first one. All right, you're showing up as this awesome King of Coins, the King of Pentacles, someone who's very stable. You kind of know what you want right now. Your life could be really stable at the moment. Things are going well. You're enjoying your life. There's not much that is really going wrong at the moment. You're pretty satisfied with what's happening in your life, okay? I feel that there is a person around you that you're about to have your eyes open to in some sense, okay? You have this Page of Wands, also with the Three of Cups. Now, this could be someone that you're dating. This could be someone who is a friend of yours. This could even be a mutual friend, okay? Someone that you don't know so well, but you've hung around them a few times, possibly in a party environment. Maybe someone that you drank with, okay? You're seeing that this person, they don't really hold your best intentions at heart, okay? There's someone who is more guided by passion and maybe even attention or lust or validation, that mm, rather than wanting stability and like a real long-term connection with someone, okay? Especially if this is like a romance or like even a closer friendship. I feel that you're going to be taking a distance from this person, okay? And deciding that, okay, maybe I don't want to party with this person anymore. Maybe I don't want to go on dates with them anymore. Not that you have to completely cut them out of your life, but I feel that you're going to be setting a boundary with someone, okay, in the near future. Setting a boundary with someone because you feel like their passions are a little bit misguided. Or again, they only really care about like attention or validation, something like that, okay? You also may find that someone is a little bit jealous of you. That might come out in the near future, that someone is jealous of you, particularly if you have just booked a travel or if you just came back from traveling, okay? Something about traveling, because the Page of Wands can sometimes talk about that. So someone could be jealous of like the travel. Someone could be jealous of your home because, again, the King of Coins, like the King of Stability. Someone could be jealous of the kind of money that you make, right? So there's something about jealousy as well with this particular person. So I feel like you're learning this about them, and you're taking a step back from interacting with them the same way that you used to. This is all storyline number 1, okay? And you're doing this so you can heal. You don't want to have to go through a difficult situation with them and have to heal so much more. You just want to kind of get your energy in balance, feel good, and continue having the great ideas that you've been having, continue having your, unique perspective and great kind of energy in your life, and be balanced, and avoid any Five of Swords, lose situations, manipulative situations. You're just trying to avoid this. And I feel that you are going to be able to avoid this, but definitely when you find out that this person is not someone that you really want to associate with like that, it's going to be a Tower moment. It's going to be kind of shocking. And maybe you didn't really expect this from them, but this is someone that you kind of had an intuition. Maybe it wasn't the best for your life. Now, I'm not talking about your long-term best friend, good character. Like, no, this is someone who has iffy character, iffy, okay? You're not totally sure about them, especially if this is someone who's kind of like more new in your life. You're just trying to get to know. I do feel like you're going to be like kind of pushing them away, because you don't want to get involved in a bunch of drama. It's like you have a lot of things to work on already. Oh, it's all here underneath the deck. You have a lot of things to work on already. You're very focused on your goals and your projects. You do not need to be in drama. You don't need to be confused. You don't need inner conflict or turmoil. If you're going to interact with people, it needs to be eye to eye. All right? It needs to be eye to eye. And it needs to be, it needs to be a, what is that word? Symbiotic. A symbiotic relationship. It needs to be a cooperative relationship. Otherwise, it's going to get left behind, okay? Because you're not going to have your own emotions out of whack for anybody, okay? At the bottom of the deck, really took me on a ride. That's all storyline number 1. Okay, storyline number 2, this could be more about you. This is actually a really good thing with storyline number 2. So storyline number 2 is that you are, again, feeling pretty stable, and you're getting some kind of a new idea that's coming to you soon, okay, with the Page of Wands. You're getting a new idea, something that kind of sparks your interest. Now, this could be a new project. This could be a hobby that you want to pick up. This could be, I'm getting something random, but you could be planning on getting like a video game console or like a new video game, and you kind of really like it. Some of you could be picking up crocheting or knitting. Some of you might want to start like making your own clothes, or cutting your own hair, dyeing your own hair, something about that. Trying new hairstyles. So yeah, some of you are like getting into some things involving like maybe fashion or beauty. Some of you could be picking up a certification somewhere. Some of you could be starting a new job. So I guess it just all depends, right? But something new and exciting that you're passionate about. This is kind of going to lead you away from like going out as much. I feel that this is going to make you a little bit busier All right. So you may take a step back in the near future from, seeing your friends as often or going out, specifically out, to like bars or clubs and stuff like that, or house parties, whatever you tend to do as often. Now, for those of you who don't do that, like you can just nix that message, don't worry. But yeah, for those of you who do like to go out, I feel that you might end up staying more time in because you're actually really enjoying the new hobby you're picking up, or you're studying for something that you're really interested in, and it's actually really fueling you, it's inspiring you, it's making you feel excited about your life, right? And again, you're just avoiding anything kind of like negative by doing this and kind of staying in your own lane and focusing on this new hobby. You're inadvertently avoiding like any drama that could be going on around you. For a lot of you guys, it's going to be both. Okay, both situations are going to be happening. But anyway, those are the two storylines. Let's go ahead and check out the Mira Visions Tarot and see what else coming next for you. What is coming next for my pile number 2 people? Thank you, Divine Source. Okay, we have the Death card. Yeah, there's a big change coming in for you. There's definitely a change, whether it be a change in how you spend your time, or it's a change in how you relate to someone, okay? What is coming in next for my pile number 2 people? What is happening next for my pile number 2 people? Okay, we have the Ace of Wands here. I'm going to take this one upright. So yeah, I do feel like you're getting some kind of inspiration, and you're also getting like an intuitive hit about a certain person, okay? Again, it does depend, but you're definitely getting an intuitive hit, whether it be about a new hobby you want to try, something exciting. Like something exciting is definitely coming into your life. Because I feel like your life is going really well at the moment. There's nothing that could really rock you. There's nothing that's going to come in and rock your stability. That's just really not possible. It's more so that you'll step away from someone, and or you're going to get involved with like a new hobby or a new pursuit, okay? You also have the 4 of Cups. For those of you where it is about someone, it comes to light that someone doesn't have the best intentions for you, I do feel like you're going to feel disappointed about this. With the 4 of Cups, you could feel disappointment around that. But at the same time, you're going to understand it's going to be washed away very quickly. The disappointment will be washed away very quickly, okay? You're showing a lot of strength in this situation. You're showing a lot of strength. You're showing a lot of excitement for life. I just feel like nothing can really stop your lust for life at this moment in time. This is really fun. This is really good. I feel like no one can really stand in your way. You're quite unstoppable. So even if you do find out that, someone's not really going to be the best match for you, it's kind of like, oh, I don't really care. Like, it's fine. I'll find something else, because you're really holding on to the idea that you want reciprocal relationships. 4 of Pentacles and the 2 of Cups. That's what you want. You want reciprocal relationships. You want to feel valued and loved in your connection. And that's what you're going to get. That's what you're going to get, because you're holding that standard for yourself, okay? I feel that for a lot of you, it's going to be both. You could find out that someone actually doesn't have the best intentions for you, and you just kind of stay away from the scene with them a little bit, and you more so focus on like a new hobby that you somehow had picked up. You're just enjoying your life, okay? You're enjoying your own life. You have the King of Pentacles here. Wow, King of Pentacles twice. Yeah, you're really stable. You're enjoying your own life. You're the commander of your own life here with the Commander card. I hope that you guys can see it the way I'm seeing it. It's a little different for me, like sitting down. Aren't these cards so cool? 2 cards in 1. I can't get over that. But yeah, you guys are the commander of your own life at the moment. You're definitely going to be feeling very solid and stable. No one can really knock you off of that, which is really great. That's wonderful. Yeah, so someone could be getting exposed. At the same time, you're kind of picking up a new hobby. All right, very interesting. Or some kind of a certification, a study. All right, let's see. What else do we have here? What is coming in next for my pile number 2 people? Your hard work is paying off. Okay, great. Your hard work in some area of your life is paying off. I'm hearing Spirit is saying your hard work when it comes to discerning people's character is paying off, okay? You're going to be able to spot the red flags very, very easily. All right. We also have luck is on your side. Yeah, just good luck. Good luck. This isn't anything too crazy, which is awesome. I mean, we love when it's pretty calm. Nothing wild. I just feel like even if there is someone who you decide you really want to associate yourself with, you're kind of just like, okay, like there's no problem with that. If anything, you feel smart and lucky because you're able to point it out before it even got to be an issue. What's coming in next for you? We have make a wish. This is a magical moment. Make a wish and enjoy its manifestation. Oh, I'm hearing that one song from Wizards of Waverly Place. Everything is not what it seems. Yeah, there definitely is one person around you who may not be what they seem. But also, I feel like this time, on the surface, it seems kind of mundane and very like, oh, there's not much going on. Like, you're just kind of exposing somebody and you're moving on to like having a new hobby or something like that. But in actuality, there is an energy under the surface of something kind of magical. And maybe this is when you're planting new seeds. All right. I feel like this could be a time in your life where you're planting new seeds because you've gotten a lot of the manifestations that you wanted already. Maybe, okay, this kind of seems like almost like a continuation of the last pile, because the last pile was going through a time of being tested, okay? They were being tested before they got to the next level. Now, for you, it almost seems like you've already gone to the next level. You've already gone through the test. You've already integrated this next level. And now you're feeling very peaceful. So what's coming up now are like, we made the analogy of a video game in the last pile. You know how you have these mini bosses in the video game that kind of just reinforce the upgrades that you have now? This is what you're going through at the moment, okay? It's not a test at all, but you're just using the new gifts, the heightened discernment, the heightened critical thinking that you've been gifted as a reward for passing previous tests. Okay, that's kind of what I'm getting with this your hard work is paying off card. It's all cumulative, all the inner work that you've done on yourself. So when it comes to a situation like this, when there maybe is someone around you who doesn't have the best intentions for you, it's very clear to you. It's very clear to see, and you still know how to interact with that person or not in a way that's going to protect your heart and protect your emotions, okay? So I feel like at this time, you're making new intentions for the future as well. That could be really powerful for you, is to like write down some new intentions, because you're kind of in a new plane at this point. Oh my God, we have blessed change. Yeah, a major life change brings you great blessings. I just feel like you're avoiding a lot of drama as well. You're avoiding a lot of drama, and then whatever change you're thinking of making, whether it be, picking up a new hobby, changing your style in some way, getting a new certification, anything like that is going to bring a lot of joy into your life. Again, I'm specifically seeing that some people are thinking about getting some kind of a video game console or getting some kind of electronic that you're really gonna like. For some people, it's in like an iPad. For some people, you're thinking about getting a new phone and you really, really need one. Like you're watching this on your phone right now and you're like, damn, like I really do need a new phone. Something like that. Okay, but it's going to be a really good change for you. I'm doing this thing about electronics. Like some of you could be changing out your keyboard or your monitor, okay? Or maybe you're getting a new TV. There's something about like shifting out some big appliances in your life, okay? Or maybe buying an appliance. Some of you could be getting like kitchenware that you've always wanted, and it's going to really make a big difference in your everyday life. Some of you could be decorating your home more, all right? And that's what you're getting into, and it's almost like a hobby for you. But yeah, it's a lot of different things. And it is really increasing your quality of life, okay? At the same time, it's keeping you out of drama with people that, could have happened if you were bored. You know what I mean? If you were bored and you didn't have a life, you could be getting a drama right now, but because you're so busy with what you have going on, it's really easy. Okay, we love that. What else do we have here? Divine Source. What's coming in for you? If you guys like this reading so far, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel because I post new videos every Wednesday. Except for this Wednesday because I was sick, but I feel better now. Also, if you wish me to feel better, thank you so much. That was really so kind, and I think that it really worked. I was like, why? How do I feel so much better so quickly? It must be my subscribers. It must be the well wishes. All right. What's coming in next for my pile number 2 people? What's coming in next for my pile number 2 people? All right, we have communication. Oh my God. I'm just telling you, someone is letting you know about a person who doesn't have your best intentions at heart. Or you're getting communication from that person and it's becoming obvious that like, okay, this isn't it. Especially if you're just like starting to see someone, you're trying to date someone, or you've just joined a new friend group, okay? 2 or more friends. One of them could be telling you or confirming to you something that you kind of suspected about one of the other friends. Like, oh, they're not the most positive person, or, you know, like, I don't really get along with them that well because of this, and that. And it's things that you kind of already knew about that person intuitively. Or this is someone that you could be starting to see romantically, and you're realizing, sorry, I'm touching these cards so much, and you're realizing that they may not be the best match for you because of something that they said, okay? What else? What else is coming next for my pile number 2 people? What's coming next? Thank you. Dating queen. Ew, okay. Yeah, especially if it says someone that you're dating that you're deciding to like kick to the curb. I feel that your options after you let go of this person could be a lot better. I'm hearing Spirit is saying you could be like 1 or 2 away from meeting your next partner, but you have to be strict on who you continue to entertain. Okay? One thing that I think Spirit wants to point out is that it's not really on you to try to control who you attract. When you have a big bright light and you're a beautiful soul, you will attract everyone under the sun. You'll attract bad people, you'll attract good people, okay? Just like moth to a flame. What your job is to determine who deserves to be in your life, okay? Who deserves to be in your life. And it's not about their worthiness as a person, but it is about their morals, their character, their consistency, the respect they give you, how they treat you, how they communicate with you. All those things need to be top tier and consistent, especially if they are just getting to know you. It needs to be top tier because usually people are just starting out with you, they're trying to impress you. In the first 3 to 4 months of dating someone, you're trying to impress them and put your best foot forward. So if someone is not putting their best foot forward with you, just imagine how it's going to be 6 months, a year, 2 years down the road. They're only going to get worse over time, okay? So yeah, Spirit is saying if you are dating somebody who's like kind of iffy in your eyes, just know that if you say no to this person, the universe will offer you up more, because that's really how they work. The universe and like manifesting is almost like going to a market. And really quickly, say you're shopping for like a beautiful beaded purse at a market. You want like this exquisite beaded purse, okay? And you go up to the seller and you tell them what you want. And they give you one, but like the strings are like falling off. It's not the color that you want. And some of the beads are like falling off the purse. You're like, no, I don't want that one. Of course not. So they hand you another one. This one's a little bit better. There are only some strings. Most of the beads are on. But it's not like the right color that you want. You're like, okay, no, I don't want that one. The next one, beautiful, gorgeous. It's not in the right color though. And it still doesn't really like fit with what you want to wear. You still need to say no. Don't take that purse. Even though it's almost there, say no. And then after that, the universe will give you, okay, all right, you hear I had it the whole time. So that's kind of how it works. Continue to say no to whatever is not aligned with you, is not working for you, okay? And you will find that a better opportunity does come, okay? You know, you can definitely vet someone out and give someone a chance, but if it doesn't work out, it's not on you to try to make that work. But I feel like I'm preaching to the choir. You guys already know this, but yeah, I feel like you could be having a lot better like dating prospects, especially if this is about someone that you're dating, all right? Even if this is not about someone that you're dating, I do feel like better suitors coming towards you in the near future. Alrighty, so let's wrap things up with the Soulful Woman deck. What is coming in for my pile number 2 people? Thank you. We have quiet nourishes me. It connects me to the power of now. So yeah, you guys are kind of taking some time out from the scene. You're not going out as often, that sort of thing. You're just, relaxing, doing your own thing, hanging out, enjoying your hobbies. Okay. I love that. Totally on point. Thank you, Spirit. What's coming in next for my pile number 2 people? All right. Then we have divine patience. My soul brings forth the right conditions and opportunities for me. The best answers and solutions are delivered at the best times. Yeah, I just feel like there is no point in trying to rush to a conclusion. Even if you're hearing this reading and you know who I'm talking about, you don't have to go and then be like, well, I'm going to stop talking to this person because Lunar Light said. No, of course not. You're going to get the best answers and solutions when the time is right, okay? Additionally, if you don't know what this like hobby or this other pursuit is, it's going to be coming in for you. That's also going to be coming at just the right time, okay? So don't worry about anything. We also have Princess Charming. I take the horse by the reins and become my own Princess Charming, taking care of my own needs. Yeah, you guys are so self-sufficient in this chapter of your life. You're so self-sufficient. All right, sorry about that. My storage deleted. But yes, I was just saying that you are so self-sufficient in this chapter of your life. You are unstoppable. You're totally on your game right now, and no one can knock you off of your stride, okay? It is really great to see. You're really just in this star energy, like very stable and also just enjoying kind of the fruits of your labor. I feel that a lot of you have also reached a lot of goals that you've been wanting to reach lately. Now could be a really, really great time to set new goals and get ready for kind of the next phase and where you want to go next, because it just seems like you're really just in a great place right now. And I'm so happy to see it. I'm so happy to hear it. All right. I hope you did enjoy today's reading. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel and become an OG today so you can watch the OG reading. It's going to be all about your current lesson and what advice you need to know. It's coming up in just a few minutes. So if you want to watch that, it's not too late. Just go ahead and subscribe and you can watch that reading. All right. If you want more from me, I do have a TikTok under my same handle, Lunar Light Tarot. And I also have a website where you can book personal readings with me, lunarlighttarot.com. That's in my description box below. All right. Thanks so much for watching today's reading. I'll talk to you in the next one. Love and light. Bye. Hello there to my OGs who stayed to the very end of the reading. Thank you so much for being here today. Hope you're having an awesome day, night, or evening. Thanks so much for being patient as I got this video out to you. I mentioned it on my community tab that I was just feeling under the weather. That's why I couldn't get this video out on Wednesday. And thank you to everyone who commented wishing me to feel better. I swear that actually worked, and I started feeling better the next day. I was like, it must be the well wishes. So thank you very much. I really appreciate all your guys' kindness and support, especially whenever I have to delay a video. You guys are so kind and understanding. Anyway, so let's go ahead and get into what is your current lesson and then advice. I hope you like this more like spiritual, general topic today. I thought this would be really fun. Kind of switch up the energy from like more social readings to more about you. And this is what tarot is about, learning more about yourself through the cards. That's why we're really here. But it is fun to, get an ego boost too. Learn more about yourself. I'll call it a confidence boost. Let's put it that way. That sounds a little bit better. LOL. Anyway, let's go and talk about your current lesson, okay? What lesson are my OGs learning currently? Okay, wow, that happened fast. We have Maiden, Faith in reverse, and then Desire. What lessons are my OGs learning right now? 3 of Pentacles. Yep, okay. Along with the Journey. This is really interesting. The word that I got immediately was about co-creation. Okay, co-creation. I feel that you guys are learning how to manifest more efficiently and more accurately. Okay. This is really interesting. Sometimes you could be confused about how to get the things that you want and things that you desire, and how spirit plays a role in giving you what you want. There are certain times where you could feel, and obviously Spirit's not a genie or anything. I don't mean to say like giving you what you want as if that's what they're only here for. We co-create together to, in my opinion, to fulfill, divine will, to make the world a better place. You know what I mean? And a lot of the times, you getting the things that you desire is in the divine will and is in the interest of the universe. So I feel like you're not new on this path. Okay, you're not new to this. You're true to this with the maiden card here, but you're still in like this kind of intermediate phase of manifesting, maybe like a advanced intermediate, but intermediate nonetheless, where you're still learning a lot about manifestation and how to get what you want. Right. This is not to speak down to anyone. I would put myself in this category as well. Even as someone who's been doing tarot for 8 years, that's only a certain type of spirituality, right? It's only there's so much to learn, right? So you can be in intermediate phase for a very, very long time when it comes to a topic as big as the universe, knowing yourself, knowing how to manifest. You know a lot already, but there are some times where you go through experiences that could not exactly shake your faith, but where you become frustrated with Spirit, you could become, you question about what are the best methods to achieve the things that I want, to achieve my desires. I feel like you're someone who already knows that your desires are desiring you, but right now you're going through a phase where you're learning how to more effectively co-create. So I feel that you could be improving your prayer life. You could be improving the techniques that you use to manifest. You could even be starting to turn to manifestation or to prayer or to whatever you feel like works the best to solve your problems. You know how there are those memes? And everyone will resonate with this, and that's fine. There are those memes where people will say like, oh, I have a problem, and someone else will say, oh, you're a witch. Like, why don't you just solve it? Like, don't just sit there, solve your problem. You're a witch. It's kind of like that energy, where you're realizing that you have a lot of power in your own hands to take things on and change things for yourself, okay? You have a lot of power through prayer, a lot of power through connecting with the divine, through spirituality, through, rituals, if that's what you like to do, like candle work, scripting, right? And different manifestation techniques that you can use to move your life in a positive direction. This is the kind of the journey that you're on. And I would say that a lot of you are in that intermediate to advanced category because at this point, you know what manifestation is. You know what role you play in it. And now you're just kind of trying to get more advanced at it and get some more tips and tricks on how you can move forward and co-create even more effectively and accurately. Okay, so let's see what else Spirit has to say about this. What is their current lesson and advice for my OGs? What is their current lesson and advice for my OGs? Okay, we have the King of Wands, the Fool card, the Five of Wands. Ah, okay. I'm literally oohing and awing. I can't. Oh my gosh. And the Knight of Cups. Okay, along with that, we have the Ace of Wands. I love to see that. This tells me that you're about to become inspired, okay? Oh, wow, you're going to become inspired with new knowledge on your journey. Isn't that amazing how tarot works? I love that. You're going to be inspired with new knowledge. And it's going to make it easier for you to move forward, okay? You're kind of lighting a fire underneath yourself with the knowing that you have all these tools at your disposal, okay? Maybe when it came to a certain problem, you would just kind of like worry about it instead of asking your angels, instead of praying about it, instead of whipping out a candle and a petition and getting to work on something. But that's going to be more of your approach. It is more hands-on, hands-on approach. Like you do something about it, whether it be prayer or like an actual a ritualistic manifestation, and then you just like leave it alone, okay? With the Fool card here, I feel that you're taking a more lighthearted approach to working with Spirit because it may have felt like you were watching for the pot to boil, and it was taking forever, you know? Now you're kind of just like doing your thing. And again, like, not to sound repetitive, but whether it be prayer, whether it be a certain ritual that you do, you're doing your thing and you're kind of leaving it alone and letting God take care of it. All right, so you're taking things a little bit less seriously and being a little more lighthearted about the route that you're taking to get to your desires and the way that you're feeling along the way. So sometimes when you're watching that pot boil and you feel like it's taking forever, you could build frustration with the universe over like, why isn't this coming on my timeline? Why is it so difficult for me to get to what I want? Why are there all these detours? I feel that when things don't align to your schedule or that you find there are detours in the future, you're just taking it as, okay, this is just part of my journey. This is just a step to me getting where I want to go. Every step is a step closer. It doesn't matter how it may look. Every step is a step closer. I think that one thing that could really help you, a mantra that could really help you along your path, I mean, a lot of you probably already know this one, but it is that affirmation that people say where everything is always working in my favor, even if it doesn't seem like it at the time. Everything is always working in my favor, even if it doesn't seem like it at the time. Because isn't that true? A lot of times you find out that even things that were supposed to be delayed actually worked out in your favor. It's like pulling up to a red light. You know, you want to get to where you're going. This is a delay, yes, but it's really important to stop here. Otherwise, you may collide with another car. So that's kind of how you're seeing your path in the future, being much more lighthearted about things, okay? Also, when it comes to your desires, you're going to be getting very, very clear on what it is you're trying to manifest. This is also part of your current lesson. So part of the lesson, right, is about having frustration with the universe when things don't come in the exact right timing, or not knowing how to handle when things aren't like going your way, not emotionally, but not using the tools at your disposal. Okay, that's one thing. And then the second thing here is being very clear about what you desire to the universe. Okay, and creating a foolproof situation. Now, sometimes in my like client one-on-ones, I will coach my clients on how to have more accurate manifestations. And I'm going to share that here. Okay. One thing that's really important that you consider while you are manifesting, especially if you are scripting or writing things down or even creating a vision board, is to think about the implication of what you're wanting. Okay. First of all, these are basic rules. You guys probably know this one, but never say I want in a manifestation. Never say I want. Never lead with that. You always want to lead with the present tense. I have or I had. Okay. So say, for example, you would say like, I want clear skin, but you would always say like, I have clear skin. Also, you never want to mention your desire in the negative. So for example, with the clear skin analogy, I would never say, I don't have acne. I don't have acne anymore. That's not the affirmation that you want. You want to say, I have clear skin. So you never want to mention what you have in the opposite. You don't want to say, I'm no longer stressed. You want to say, I am fully at peace. So make sure that you say what you want in the positive. The next thing that's really, really important that I personally think a lot of people miss are the implications to what you want. Okay, I'm going over this because Spirit is saying that these are some of the things that you could really use in your manifestation practices. Okay, so say, for example, you write down, I have a job that pays me $100,000. At first, it sounds like a good affirmation, but it's actually very weak. The reason why is because there are so many things that could go wrong along the way of you getting $100,000 from that job, okay? You might not like the workplace culture. Your boss may suck. Your coworkers could suck. You might work extra hours and be overly stressed. That's when other affirmations around that, as well as using adjectives, are going to really help you to create a foolproof situation where you know that your manifestation will arrive in a desirable manner. You can say something like, I have the perfect job that pays me $100,000 a year where I feel respected, fulfilled, cared for, and accomplished. Period. I love my coworkers. We get along so well, period. I love my boss and my boss loves me and they always see my work and they praise me for my work, period. You know, you want to go on and list a great situation overall, not just one aspect, to make sure you don't just get that aspect. Everything else is like terrible, because that can happen, because the universe will be like, well, that's what you wanted. I gave you what you wanted. You didn't talk about this other stuff. So that's why it's really important to have a really, really clear vision about what you want. Whenever you decide that you want something, whether it be you want to move someplace, you want a new job, you want a better relationship with someone, you know, you can manifest those things. I'm not talking around SPs. I'm not talking about a specific person. I am talking about like familial relationships, your friendships, where people already want to have a better relationship with you, okay? Like you can manifest a better relationship with your parents or with a friend of yours where you've already been having that. Like personally, I don't mess with the specific person manifestations. I know, you know, I don't, you know, condemn anybody who does it. It's just not my cup of tea, you know? And more power to those who do. But that's not what I like to teach on my channel. But anyway, but yeah, Spirit is saying that it's going to be really, really important that you get really clear and create foolproof situations around what you want to manifest, because you can have those things, but they might not come to you in a desirable way if you do not create that atmosphere around the manifestation where it's guaranteed to come in a way that you're going to enjoy it. Okay. So that's one of the lessons that you're learning. Also, the other lesson is being able to plant the seed and let it be, okay, and let it come to you. Sometimes our desires do take time to come in, okay, and it depends on how starkly different they are from our reality, all right? It may take a while. If you wanted to like move to a different state, it may take a while for that manifestation to happen. You know, if you want to get a cup of coffee tomorrow, now that might happen very quickly, you know what I mean? But they're saying to, you know, let these things arrive in your life and continue to have fun, and don't wait to have fun. Don't wait to be in that positive energy, because when you can create your own happiness, right? I personally believe that we create our own happiness. We create our own positive thoughts, right? And we have to put in work to do that. But when you create your own happiness and you enjoy life every day, that is the energy that you would be in if you were to have what you desire. All right. I watched a video recently where it backed up this concept, and I really believe that, where they're talking about when it comes to manifestation, cut out the middleman. What you really want when you're desiring fancy cars, you know, beautiful mansions, when you're desiring, you know, this life, is probably comfort, security, happiness, freedom. Those are energies and emotions that you can tap into now. You don't have to wait. You can meditate on those feelings. You can count what you're grateful for, and those can give you those feelings today. And as you align with that frequency and that vibration, the things that you want are magnetized towards you, because you already are sitting in that energy. Okay. So it's just very important. That's why I went on a whole rant. I'm just kidding. I knew this one was going to be a little bit of a longer one because, of course, I'm talking about your lesson. So let's just get a few other cards from the Soulful Woman deck and see what else. What is their current lesson? And then we're going to do advice, okay? We have Quiet Nourishes Me. It connects me to the power of now. So yeah, there is a lesson around being comfortable being in the now, not wanting to push for certain things to happen. Yeah, letting the seeds of your dream unfold in their own time. Oh my God, Spirit is speaking right now. Okay, preach. I nurture my dream seeds with love and appreciation and allow them to unfold in their own time. Yeah, this is definitely part of what you guys are going through. You know, enjoying that quiet time in between, being able to enjoy the ebb and not just the flow, right? And letting the seeds of your dreams germinate in their own time. What else do we have here? What is their current lesson? And then we're going to get into the advice. So we also have boundaries. My clear boundaries allow me to protect myself, nurture my intentions, and follow my true self. Now, this could be boundaries with other people, of course, you know, staying out of drama, staying out of situations that cause confusion and stress in your life. I would definitely say, especially when it comes to like dating, if there's anybody who's causing confusion and stress in your life, it's just best to, you know, if that person is new in your life, to just cut them off. And if that person has shown you over time, over years, to be honest, that they have good character, then it's important that you set a boundary with that person and establish how they will and will not interact with you. Personally, I believe there is a time and place for grace, but I only think that grace is necessary when someone has proven their character to you over time. Not just a few months, but years. Then you're allowed to give someone grace. But if someone's coming into your life and causing havoc right away, and they haven't shown their character aside from coming in your life and causing stress and confusion, that's someone that you can just get rid of. To be honest, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I mean. Like, you don't have to give second chances to everybody. To be honest, only people who you know have good character, and they've shown you that through their actions over time. So yeah. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and see the advice is coming in for you. When I was shuffling in the energy of your energy, of course, on the bottom of the deck, I got this card, Unexplained Wonder. Magical blessings and miracles are occurring in your life. All your prayers are answered now. So you guys could be having some kind of answered prayer come in, which is wonderful. What is the current advice for my OGs? We're just going to do 2 cards. Thank you. What is the current advice for my OGs? Okay, thank you. Another one, thank you. That's what it was giving. Oh my gosh, I just love God. Okay. All right, guys, these are the last 2 cards. Let's go ahead and read them. It's kind of like a personal. This is like the vibe my personals give. If you guys were ever interested in my personals, this is very similar to what they're like. Anyway, it says, with a different approach, you will glide through a situation with grace and ease. Going inward and bringing your understanding, perspective, or behavior into flow will help your dreams take flight. With meditation and an increased awareness of your surroundings, you can move forward like a manta ray, gliding beautifully yet energetically. Trust this guidance and move ahead to create an opportunity for new endeavors to come into your scope. Be discerning and tune into other possibilities available to help you. Be willing to make changes to bring about the best possible outcomes. This graceful giant encourages you to carefully observe the people and movements around you. Manta rays may be seen in groups or individually and are able to effortlessly coast through powerful currents of water. You are being asked to notice variations in the energies that are coming towards you and choose how you would like to utilize your own energy in response. Manta rays keep their mouths open so they can gather plankton as they travel. Keep an open mind and heart as you move through life and gather more information and make your choices purposefully. If you do encounter resistance or blocks, consider diverting your flow to other matters until things improve. Very interesting. This could be a time of like gathering information for you. Again, information around what tools with your manifestation work the best, what you like to work with when you manifest. Personally, I'm a big fan of prayer, affirmations, vision boards, and candle work. I do a lot of candle work. So maybe now's a good time for you to gather information about what works for you, and also to just tune into the energy around you, the kind of time that you're in right now. Is it a time of ebb? Is it a time of flow? Is it a time where you are coasting along and you're cruising? Or are there challenges that you need to overcome? So these are all things you need to take into account when you're deciding which techniques to use next along your path, and just know that you have lots of tools to your disposal to use. Okay, next we have replacing what was lost. You have the opportunity to rejuvenate and start anew. Create with a new perspective or outlook. This card may also indicate abundance is on the horizon. You are blessed with greater strength and abundance, great enthusiasm and new energy. You need to show ambition and move from where you are now to where you know you can be to increase your effectiveness. Be willing to keep moving forward with purpose. Draw on your divine energy and put the past situation in perfect order. A well-rounded, realistic, and balanced view, along with a well-considered plan that takes any future consequences of your actions into account, is needed as you move. Be a visionary and take calculated risk. You have shifted and grown from all your life experiences. You will find that you have fresh perspective pertaining to a new endeavor. Your approach to your new opportunity will differ from how you've done things in the past. Allow your newly acquired knowledge to influence how you will proceed. Be willing to take breaks from your efforts if you need to gain a different outlook. Be assured that you will have all the tools necessary to forge ahead. Starfish have amazing regenerative properties. Seeing a starfish reminds you that you are blessed with great strength and abundance. At times, this blessing may be hidden from you. If there has been an abrupt change, release whatever seems to be falling away. It may take a while before you see the divine outcome. Nurture and grow from this experience. Be willing to keep moving forward with intention. Alrighty, I think that one speaks for itself. So that is what I have for you all today. I really hope that you did enjoy this reading. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate you. And I will talk to you in my next one. Okay? Love and light. Bye.